Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options and Play video update. First off, thanks to those of you that stuck around yesterday for our option session. So we did a lot of talking and breaking down all sorts of things earnings related. Because I mean this coming week, next week, week after, just absolutely jam packed with earnings reports. So I mean that was the main focus. Talked about a lot of different things. So if you weren't able to make it, check that out. Let me know if you have any questions. Okay. Um, Speaking of earnings, Netflix is going to be reporting after the close today, and some people might disagree. That's fine, but I say Netflix is no longer important. Um, it's Fang, like the moniker, doesn't really it doesn't really exist or apply anymore. Really, like the new Fang is Tanema, which is Tesla, Apple, Nvidia, Amazon, Microsoft, and Alphabet. I always forget the last one. All right, so Netflix is just not. It's just not as important. And before you start to argue with me, right? When Netflix reported last quarter, stock opened down 100 points. Right. This is the day on the Nasdaq. The Q's opened green. So if Netflix was that important, why in the world would the Nasdaq open green if Netflix was down 30% in the pre-market, right? Um, that being said, I mean, I do think the setup on Netflix is interesting, and I certainly feel that um, for like other streaming stocks, like what Netflix says is going to have some impact, right? So like Disney and Roku and Paramount, right? So I think what Netflix I think Netflix can impact other stocks, but in terms of like the market, to me, it's just not what it once was, right? Um, People have lost, or the stock has lost its luster. People have lost interest in it. I mean, this quarter could go a long ways to maybe getting people back on board. But after the move it's had and after the drop, I mean, it's probably going to take more than one quarter, right? So some of the things I was looking at, I haven't put any options on. I'm not sure that I will, but like a name like Disney, right, or a name like Roku. These are stocks that historically or recently have been moving um, quite a bit when Netflix reports. Also, kind of like lesser tracked, but also can move are names like Roblox. So Roblox actually ended up having a pretty big move on Netflix. So that's this there right here. It had a pretty big move on the day Netflix reported last quarter. Also, maybe not the first name you think of, but Meta, right? Facebook actually had a pretty big move on the day that Netflix reported. So um, I I feel like this could kind of set things in motion. But in terms of people thinking like the overall market's going to have a gigantic swing, I guess I'm just not in agreement with that. I feel like right now we are starting to make some progress, and I'm more interested in Netflix just not screwing up the breakout versus Netflix actually sending us significantly higher or significantly lower. So what I'm really watching is just to see if the Qs can hold this breakout and start to build. And then secondarily, does Netflix have like a good move, or do any of those other names start to wake up out of some like lower ranges? So um, I actually think, and this remains to be seen, but I think like later in the week when Snapchat reports, I mean that could have a little bit more impact. But it also got to see how much we're up or down um, ahead of that, and I feel like that could be a big determining factor. Okay, so get the popcorn ready. Netflix is coming up. And if you're looking for ways to maybe play the Netflix earnings without playing Netflix options, well, take a look at Disney, Roku, Paramount, maybe even like Roblox or Meta, because last quarter and the last couple quarters they've moved around a little bit with Netflix when it's reported. Okay. Um, so if you like this video and you're looking for more information about trading earnings or events with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options to play. Have a great night. Best of luck if you're playing anything. Stay well, and I will talk to you